right now at talk973.com. That's where the links is that will get you there. If you're on your mobile device, YouTube fires up and put Mornings to Lead a Man in there to get to a video. If you're on your mobile device just needing an audio stream, that's a little different process. You have to fire up a streaming program such as TuneIn, iTunes, or StreamUp, and put WEEB in the search. And if they put up a splash screen saying that one of these things costs money, just X off that screen, because you don't have to. It's all free and available at your app store. And, of course, it's always available from our website at talk973.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says Listen Live on the Air. Click that once, and you're listening just that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. Well, here comes the wet stuff again. Mostly cloudy today, maybe an isolated shower, 40% chance of it late today, high of 62. Tonight, mostly cloudy, 60. Then tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 30% chance of showers, high of 72. Who invited summer back in? Who went down south and left the door open? Anyway, then tomorrow night,
I know a couple of people that went down there. They probably forgot to close the door.
I'm sure. And who's suffering? The Colonel and I. Oh, the Colonel and me. I'm sorry. I am. Colonel and I.
I am suffering, yes. Yeah. Who's suffering? I am suffering.
I am suffering. Anyway, mostly cloudy tomorrow night, a low 44. And then let me see where my music's at. Then for Wednesday, mostly cloudy, 50-50 shot of showers, high of 48. Things start to clear up Wednesday night. We'll see partly cloudy Thursday, and then back to the rain on Friday and Saturday. 40% chance, 50-50 chance of it throughout the weekend, with highs more seasonable. Friday 47, Saturday 57, and Sunday 56. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are calm. Visibility is at, let's see. Visibility is at 1 statute mile, so make sure your headlights are on. Pressure is 3018, 2.42, humidity 97%. Foggy and 43 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Of course, that's Taylor Swift's new song that she released last Friday, called Taylor Swift Christmas. I think was that the title of it? I guess so. I don't know. I just know we were the first to play it. And you say, how do you know that, Steve? How do you know people heard it here? Got living proof for you right here.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever heard of DXers?
No.
Okay. This was more popular before internet and all that came around. But there's still a lot of folks that practice DXing. What that is you get a good radio with a good antenna outside, and you listen to AM radio.
Okay.
And you see how far away, stations in the distance, how many you can pick up.
Right.
And over time, one bleeds in that you hear for a few minutes or a few seconds, and you try to pick off that call number so you can then repeat back to the station what was on at a specific time, and they confirm back to you, yes, that was me, or no, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
And they make a log of it, and it's like a Star Wars convention, man. When these guys get together, they compare logs.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay, so I got an email from a guy in Finland.
Oh, Finland.
Finland, way up there. Let me see where he was exactly.
In the Arctic Circle, huh?
He said that, he's above the Arctic Circle.
Ouch. You can have that. If you're listening, hey, Merry Christmas, because I'm sure it's white up there now.
He's 14 hours above the Arctic Circle by driving.
Oh, man.
So he's way up there. He gave me an exact Latin longs on it, but that won't mean nothing much to you. He said. Anyway, right now, okay. He said he picked this up their time, 5:05 a.m. So it'd be dark, and that's when they get to skip in here.
You
Would have
did the
been
best, right? Yeah.
would have been afternoon here, I guess, or early afternoon. Around the time Russell, it was over the weekend. That's what it was. Anyway, on top of it, he sent me a tape of what he heard.
Oh,
a part of it.
And that was on there, eh?
Yeah. And what you're going to hear, you'll hear it 3 times because he looped it.
Right.
But it goes 104.1 FM and 990 AM. We've got you, WEEB, we've got you by the ears. Dude Walker doing his ID there.
Right.
And, but here's what it sounds like. WEEB sounds like in Finland.
Oh, wow.
All right, unless you got good speakers in your car,
Right.
you didn't hear it. Now, we're listening on cheap headphones.
Yes.
So you did not understand that.
I got a little bit, but not much.
All right, I want you to take your headphones off, Colonel,
Right.
and I'm going to play it on the speakers here
Okay.
so that you can hear it loud and clear, and I got to cut my mic off for it to unmute the speakers so everybody gets to hear it 3 more times. The Colonel could hear it in there.
Yes, it's in there. Oh, definitely. I heard it on the earphones.
Did you?
I could hear it, yeah.
I couldn't hear it on the earphones, but when I put the big speaker on,
Well,
I
that's
could hear the dude talking.
yeah. So these are kind of like the radio guys that do all their call sign and signaling and stuff. Similar to that, they're out there just doing some techno kind of thing.
Yeah, this is their nighttime hobby.
Yeah.
So that's what they get into. So,
Finland. How about that?
yeah. So when people say, "How far does your signal go?" Finland.
Yeah.
I have proof.
Yes, you do. I
even have an audience up
Well,
there.
I know that works. I mean, when I was in college back in, we had AM for the most part, but we'd pick up stations.
AM was the dominant signal back then.
Right. I was in middle part of Pennsylvania, and we were picking up stations out in the Midwest. Chicago was a big one. And,
WLS and
I mean
Chicago.
that came in crystal clear.
Yeah, I'd sit over here and want to listen to WABC, WCBS, NBC, Chicago, all up and down the East Coast. In fact, when you were driving at night, you didn't have Sirius radio. So you listened to AM, but you could listen to WABC, or no, I listened to WCBS.
Right.
Because I could listen to the news all the way from here to Florida.
Yeah.
Or wherever I was going.
So I was doing that way back in the day, huh? That was my hobby at night. Okay.
But you didn't keep a log.
No recorder either.
You know, these guys are serious as heartbeat because they used to mail you a postcard and ask you to confirm it.
Oh, wow.
Before the days of email.
Huh. Okay, I never knew any of that was going on.
I used not to ever answer them because I want the FCC to know I'm going that far. But since it's out of the country, I don't care. No, because we're running at full power during the day.
Right.
And that's what skipped in there into his early morning hours.
That's interesting. Finland, wow. Because that's out there. There's not a lot out there, man. He's sitting there.
Were you stationed there once, were you?
No, I've been to Norway, which on the north end.
Just as bad.
Well, it's Norway, Finland, or Sweden and Finland all up there, and kind of close proximity, but the geography is similar. So, yeah.
You got to like cold for that part of the world.
Flat, wet, and cold, yeah. Or flat, snowy, and cold, and wet. No.
Okay. We got our travel report this morning, too, from the Colonel. Yeah. All right. Well, I thought that was pretty cool, so I decided to share it. Let's see. I had another email from a listener that, let me see if I can find it real fast. He, let's see, came in there. Nope. I don't see it right away. Anyway, long story short, he heard our discussion about Dayquil and NyQuil. And your advice not to take NyQuil during the daytime. Well, he was relating the story when he did take it once.
Okay.
And he's glad that we cheer him up in the morning, keep him awake with laughter. Something of that effect.
Okay. Well, we try.
Yes. All right, it's 7:42. Let's wander through our sound bites this morning. I don't know whether you know it or not, but today is World Techno Day. If you're a fan of repetitive dance music, today's the day for you. We have two of the best techno DJs from Germany to help us make the announcements for you this morning.
Today is World Techno Day. Ja. 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 Liebe meine Abschmecki. Ja.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I never understood that one. It all sounds the same.
I don't understand these guys that come in and all they do is, and they got the aid of computers in today's world. It's not back when you had to spin actual records.
Right.
And sync them up and make the beat work with each other and switch over to the next song without the world knowing you did. That was an art. Nowadays they got computers that they can speed up and slow down songs and
blend it all together.
And it's a sham. But these clowns get $10,000 a night. Paris Hilton comes in, she'll get $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a night, and she has a little cheap machine in between her two turntables, which don't have records on them. All they do is just speed up, slow down the song playing on the computers.
Oh.
And a little in-between machine that goes doom, 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 and she can speed that up or slow it down. So she'll go from a song that's going doom, 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 and then she changes the doom, 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 doom to her next song.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
So is that her talent, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know she was a DJ.
And she'll sit there and say, hit that dance floor, bitches, and things like that. You know,
Okay.
and all that heavy thought.
Well, she's actually cut out of the money train there for the Hilton.
She doesn't need any money.
Well,
She never will need money.
she's going to, because I'm sure she puts most of it up her nose or something, and by the time she starts really looking like the bottom of my 30-year-old boots, she's not going to have any money, and then she's going to want some.
But all her fortune started with a good old porn video of her
Yeah, her and the Kardashians.
doing with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
If you think door cams catch porch pirates ripping off your packages, well, they do that, but they may capture their image, but they don't catch them. They still got your packages and they're gone.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's about to change. There's a new product out called the Porch Paralyzer.
Oh, that's probably another holiday package. I used to hurry to the doors so they wouldn't be stolen by porch pirates, but not anymore. Because now I have the new Porch Paralyzer. Developed by a high-tech secret lab at Guantanamo Bay, the Porch Paralyzer runs off your household current and attaches easily to a bank of stealth motion sensing cameras. So when someone steps onto your porch to swipe that Amazon box, instead of making off with the booty, that pirate's booty is zapped with 20,000 volts, leaving your deliveries untouched. Sometimes I leave a dummy box on the porch just for fun. Get the new Porch Paralyzer today. Just remember to disable it when your mother-in-law comes over for Christmas. Or not.
Yeah, I'm sure that's illegal, but there are some great videos on YouTube of people that have come up with various little devices.
And that stuff explode on them.
Yeah, have all the sparkles come out and stick on them, and that's fun.
A die explodes and gets all in their car and everything else and ruins the car.
Yep.
Second they open the package. And that's a good way to get extract a little revenge.
Yeah, sure,
Morgan Friedman's here with us this morning. He's going to be with us
What's Morgan up to?
throughout the Christmas season. Well, he's got holiday tips for us. And today's tip is how to make conversation at holiday parties.
Hello, I'm Morgan Freeman, here with a holiday tip. Now, when you're desperate to make conversation at a party, you can't go wrong with holiday trivia. For instance, did you know the first Christmas ornaments were ferret skulls hung by Bavarian lumberjacks to ward off evil spirits that may harm their lumber crop? Well, that's not true. But if you act like it is, who knows? You may have made a new buddy. Or not. Hey, what do I care? I'm Morgan Freeman, and I'm getting laid either way. Happy holidays.
Yeah. Yeah, we're living up that keeping you laughing mode this morning.
Well, the voice just lends itself to that that little scenario there.
A 79-year-old woman named Ida Leonis has been a Delta flight attendant since 1962.
Ouch.
And
Wow.
she's 79.
How many miles she got on her?
Almost 80. And because of her annual raises, her salary now is around $250,000 a year.
Yeah, sure, I believe that.
She recently got fired, though,
Oh, dear.
for allegedly stealing a carton of milk and some cereal from a flight.
No. Come on.
I kid you not.
Get out of here.
Now she's suing. It says management really just wanted her out because her salary
Yeah,
was so high.
exactly.
So she says they're just also. She says they'd also been. She says they'd also been accusing her of other things that were not true, like drinking on the job. Here is Ida.
I did feel that I could take a carton of milk. And they accused me of taking 9 cereals. I am 85 pounds. I don't eat a lot. What would I do with 9 cereals? Somebody on the flight told me that you put Bailey's Irish cream in your coffee. And I just laughed because I said, I don't drink at all. The newer flight attendants, they can hire 4 of those for what they would pay me. I try not to take it personally, but when you get mean and you start lying about me, then that is a problem.
Yeah, put me on that jury. I'll vote for her. That's just so blatant.
Oh, yeah, you take a little half pint of milk
Come on.
and a little itty-bitty box of cereal and you get a little pep up there so she can do her job.
Yeah, that's hey, $250 a year. I mean, sure, they want to get rid of her.
To stay long enough.
That's a fact.
A town in Warsaw, Wisconsin, clarified a story going around about their no snowball fights ordinance. They said it only pertains to people doing the wrong thing with snowballs, like throwing them at moving cars or at someone who just happened to be walking by. They drove the point home by showing cops having a snowball fight and showing the mayor getting hit in the back with a snowball.
Hello, I'm Robert Melke, Mayor of the great city of Wausau. Recently, a national magazine or media source had mentioned that Wausau is not a fun city.
This ordinance is in place for the safety of our community. Only on 2 occasions has it been used to address people throwing snowballs. The individuals throwing snowballs were throwing them at moving cars driving down the roadways. A fun snowball fight is a fun snowball fight, and that's not something we enforce this ordinance with.
We do like to have a great time here in the city of Wausau. There's a lot of good things in our city, great people, great employees, and a wonderful place to live.
Oh! That one got away from me.
Okay.
From a good news file this morning, a 5-year-old kid in Michigan got adopted last Thursday. You may have seen this on television news. But,
yeah, I saw this. Anyway.
But his entire kindergarten class showed up at court to support him. The judge even let a few of them talk about what a good friend he is.
Today is an extraordinary day here at the Kent County Courthouse. It is Adoption Day. Welcome to the courthouse.
My name is Damon and Michael's my best friend. My name is Lily and I have my club.
And I'm so pleased to make this official and sign this as the order of the court.
Oh, that's nice. You know, your little buddies out there.
A restaurant near San Diego recently had to shut down for 6 days because water in the area wasn't safe to use. When it reopened, a waitress named Sarah Klein mentioned to a customer that it was hard to miss a whole week of pay. So they tipped her $1,000 just to help out.
Oh.
Here's what she said when she was asked what she'll do with the money.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. You know, just spend it. My son's birthday is this month and the holidays, so now there's so much more we can do.
Yeah, it's only $1,000. Not all good, but so far. But it'd get her by the week that she didn't have work.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, well, you know, how much does she make a week? That seems to me that would have covered a week plus. I don't know where they are. Where was it, in California?
San Diego.
Yeah, so they probably do make quite a bit there. I mean, that's high standard of living there.
They
cost of living.
I heard a thing on the overnight show here last night, where they said, I forgot where the town was, but what had happened was some emulsion chemical from an asphalt plant got into the town's water system. And they've ordered the whole area not to drink that tap water or use it for bathing or any other purpose.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot get that emulsion out of the water with any kind of known chemical, whether it be chlorine or whatever else they use in the water systems to flush them. And so they've told everybody that a no used water order is on them. How they're going to flush all that out, I don't know. I guess all they can do is run the water till it tests clean.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're going to have to open up the bottom end to everything. And
I'm talking about everybody's water.
Yeah.
In their house, open up every faucet.
Right. No, I understand. Yeah.
And then make sure it all tests clean.
Wow.
But how do you, I don't know if you can ever get all of it out. I don't know how small a sample can do harm.
Wow. Yeah, they're going to be digging up pipes, probably.
You give me a network there.
I don't know how it got in there. It was from what kind of a plant?
Asphalt
plant? And it got into the water system.
Yeah. He called it an emulsion chemical, and he named the chemical, but
how did they get into the water? They must have backflushed or something into the.
He said he got it backflushed in.
Wow.
It sucked it back in.
Bad news.
So maybe they were spraying with it, and then it got sucked back, and there you go.
No backflow valves, huh? Okay.
All right. Sesame Street legend Carol Sidney died yesterday. She was the voice of Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch.
Who's got feathers from head to toe? Who's the fellow who's all yellow?
Yeah. I was a little too old to be tortured by this.
Haven't you guessed yet?
Because this came after my childhood.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people can relate to it.
Yeah, Captain Kangaroo.
I was Captain Kangaroo.
There you go.
Yeah.
The real entertainment.
Yeah. Let's see. We don't care about that. Nor that. Oh, I know you're waiting on this. Who won Miss Universe 2019 tout?
No, I'm not waiting on this.
But Steve Harvey finally got it right one year.
The new Miss Universe is South Africa.
I did see an article here that when Steve Harvey was reading the questions, he had one of the canned questions that was about global warming, and he gives his patented eye roll, like, oh, what is this? has to ask this question about
how do you feel about global warming?
Exactly. Oh, and his facial expressions are great. He's a really funny guy.
I hear he's really difficult to work around, though.
Personalities sometimes are. I don't have to work around him. All I have to do is watch him on the TV, and he's funny.
All right, best of the late night jokes over the weekend.
Spotify announced that the most streamed artist of 2019 was Post Malone. He's replacing last year's winner, Pre-Malone.
Congratulations to Jason Momoa. He was named GQ Australia's Man of the Year. But other Australians claim he should be disqualified because he's technically not a criminal.
The wife of John Schnattner, the founder of Papa John's, has filed for divorce because marriage is a lot like Papa John's pizza. It only seems like a good idea when you're drunk and alone.
A movie theater in Washington was evacuated after highly contagious urine samples were delivered to the wrong address. What was the right address?
Peloton's being called sexist for a new ad showing a wife obsessively using a Peloton bike that her husband gave her. But at least they decided against using the slogan, Peloton, you better keep it tighter than the babysitter.
This afternoon, we will see those temperatures head into the mid-50s and lower 60s. While it will be warmer out there, we do have a chance of seeing a few isolated rain showers. Better soaking rain showers will move in by the time we get into Tuesday afternoon. Highs will be warmer ahead of this frontal boundary as well. We're going to head into the upper 60s and lower 70s. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump predicts it's going to be the big story of the day. The Justice Department's internal watchdog releasing a highly anticipated report today.
The report is expected to conclude that there was an adequate basis for opening the Russia investigation, one of the most politically sensitive investigations in FBI history. President Trump has denounced it as a witch hunt. It began in secret during Mr. Trump's 2016 presidential run and was ultimately taken over by special counsel Robert Mueller. The watchdog report is also expected to document errors during the investigation. Ken Lorman reporting.
The Democrats' drive to impeach the president moves into a new phase today. The House Judiciary Committee convenes, formally receive the findings of an impeachment investigation. Republicans insist there is no evidence of any wrongdoing, zero grounds for impeachment. 5 deaths confirmed in the wake of a volcanic eruption on the popular tourist destination of White Island, New Zealand. Phil Dandashoten was on a boat nearby when the volcano blew its top.
Today was really noticeable because of just a wonderful blue sky and suddenly a huge plume of steam right in the middle of our bay. At the moment, there's a 5-mile exclusion zone on the island for an indefinite period, but really our hearts are with the people who are still unaccounted for. It's still evolving, the seriousness of it, and there's still quite a number of people that are not accounted for.
He spoke with the BBC. Investigators say the gunman who opened fire last week at Florida's Pensacola Naval Base took to Twitter before the attack, blasting U.S. support of Israel, accusing America of anti-Muslim bias. The gunman killed by police was a member of the Saudi military involved in a training program at the base. On Wall Street, Dow futures down 19 points. NASDAQ futures off 5. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Sebastian Gorka here. Maybe you've been hearing about Relief Factor, the 100% drug-free supplement that helps a person's body deal with inflammation and pain. You've heard all the wonderful testimonials. Well, I have my own testimonial. For many years, my lower back pain was becoming a serious problem. The short story is, I finally gave it a try, and now I'm out of pain too. So if you're in pain, you can order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com.
There is a battle being fought right here in America. The radical left is trying to silence anyone who disagrees with them. They want to shut you up.
I'm Dennis Prager. There's no more important issue facing America today. If we can't speak freely, we can't be heard.
But one film is fighting back. No Safe Spaces.
Every American should see this.
See No Safe Spaces, only in theaters. Rated PG-13. Go to nosafespaces.com for tickets.
The Russian flag and national anthem banned from next year's Tokyo Olympics and other major sporting events for 4 years. That's the decision of the World Anti-Doping Agency's Executive Committee.
The decision to make Russia non-compliant has far-reaching consequences for the country's sports officials and its athletes. The punishment includes a ban on the national flag and anthem at the upcoming Olympics and the 2022 World Cup. Russia is also unable to host international competitions. But athletes will be allowed to compete as neutrals as long as they can show they are untainted by the scandal. That's controversial. There have been calls for a blanket ban because Russia is a repeat offender.
That's the BBC's Alex Capstick. Getting underway today in Paris, a long-awaited summit aimed at ending the war in Ukraine. It's been going on for 5 years now at a cost of some 14,000 lives. News and analysis at townhall.com. North Korea is back to name-calling, targeting President Trump following some recent Trump tweets.
The North has insulted the president again, calling him a sneaky, thoughtless old man after he tweeted the leader Kim Jong-un wouldn't want to abandon a special relationship between the two leaders and affect the American presidential election by resuming hostile acts. An official says his country wouldn't cave in to U.S. pressure because it has nothing to lose, and accused the Trump administration of attempting to buy time ahead of an end-of-year deadline set by Kim Jong-un for Washington to salvage nuclear talks. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
A Chinese official says Beijing wants a prompt settlement of its trade war with Washington. A deputy commerce minister saying Beijing wants satisfactory results as soon as possible. Once again on Wall Street this hour, Dow futures down 22 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What do you look forward to most over the holidays?
Cuddling up with a blanket and hot cocoa and just like watching Christmas movies with your family.
Merry Christmas.
From Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
For over 55 years, we know more. From 1960 to the present, Aberdeen Exterminating has been Moore County's local pest control professional of choice. Termite control, household pests, yard treatments, flea and tick control, routine and on-demand treatments, mosquito control, termite protection with available damage warranty, crawl space protection, new home pre-treats, foundation inspections, and moisture barriers. Aberdeen Exterminating does it all and does it well. Prompt, courteous, dependable service at a fair price. That's what you want, but don't take our word for it. Just ask around. Aberdeen Exterminating, locally owned, servicing Moore County since 1960. Call us today for a free inspection and free estimate. 944-2474. That's 944-2474.
On the line with me is our great friend Rodney Swarns with the Plumbing Night. Rodney, you've been doing a whole lot of teaching lately. Tell us about that.
We've been doing a bunch of teaching. We train every week in our own house. We built a training center. We're very proud of that. Recently, we've actually been to Pinecrest, several of the middle schools in this area, and just talked about not just plumbing, but the trades as well.
Are there any issues with the trade, Rodney?
Average plumber right now is 60 years old. We're not getting young bloods in anymore. You know, the trade still exists, that it's still a good job.
And also one thing about the trade is you can make a nice living at it.
You can start out on a nice living, Steve, and you do not have to get the college debt that so many have. The kids need to make a decision and need to know about both, and so we're trying to educate them in that area.
All right, how can they get more information?
We're going through Moore County Home Builders, and we're also going through Sand Hills Community College. We do hire apprentices. We're training them all the time.
And, of course, that number, once again, for this or any kind of plumbing need you have, call the Plumbing Night at 639-5555, day or night.
At Pool Automotive, being local and family-owned isn't just a title. It's the lifeblood of our business. The moment you walk into our Aberdeen showroom, you'll be treated like family. You see, we believe that all our guests deserve quality, reliable used vehicles, and we have the inventory and finance options to make it happen. When you buy a new vehicle, the second you drive it off the lot, it's already depreciated by thousands. Before you throw that money away, come to Pool Automotive and check out our huge selection of premium vehicles. We have high-quality, off-lease vehicles, most of which are one-owner cars with low mileage and remaining factory warranties. Something else we do to save you even more? We don't charge documentation fees. Yep, you heard us right. No doc fees here. Come in today, 500 South Sand Hills Boulevard in Aberdeen, or call 910-637-0057 and experience the Pool Advantage.
Hello, this is Chris Ennis, Service Manager at Pinecrest Patriots. We want to thank all of our loyal customers for entrusting us with the care and maintenance of their vehicles over the years. But did you know we also service Lexus, saving you a trip to Raleigh or Charlotte? In fact, our factory-trained and certified ASE technicians can service any type of vehicle. Your complete satisfaction is our #1 goal, so please consider Pinecrest Patriots for all your vehicle service needs. We are open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and open on Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. We can be reached at 910-692-2424. We look forward to seeing you.
Sand Hills Office Supply on US 1 is the only locally owned and operated office supply store around. Sand Hills Office Supply not only offers all the office supplies you'll need, they can handle all your office furniture needs too. And unlike the chain stores, Sand Hills Office Supply offers local, quick delivery and installation of desks, chairs, and file cabinets. And for a wide selection of high-quality office supplies, call or drop by Sand Hills Office Supply at 692-6631 today.
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. The House Judiciary Committee will formally receive investigative findings against President Donald Trump as a vote on articles of impeachment is looming. CBS News correspondent Nancy Cordes has details.
Over the weekend, Democrats released a new report that aimed to rebut some of the most common Republican talking points, including the claim that there was no quid pro quo. They wrote, "The evidence proves otherwise."
Education leaders recently gathered in Raleigh to discuss how to help North Carolina children reach grade-level reading by third grade. Mary Jones is principal of Bailey Elementary School in Nash County.
We have seen a large increase in social-emotional issues with mental health. So as an administrator, we've been trained on mental health lately. We actually have an on-site service.
Rockets were launched today at an Iraqi base where some U.S. forces are located. CBS News correspondent Cammie McCormick has more.
U.S. military officials say in less than 2 months there have been 9 attacks on or around Iraqi facilities housing U.S. forces. The latest happened overnight at Baghdad International Airport. 5 Iraqi security forces were injured. Officials say there is evidence linking several of these attacks to Iranian-backed militia groups. The U.S. has about 5,000 troops in Iraq.
Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Chief Kerr Putney altered his plans to retire at the end of the year. Putney told WBTV News he will stay in his current position through the preparation and execution of the Republican National Convention, but didn't give an exact retirement date.
There's no doubt I'm leaving money on the table, but it's not about money. Right now, as long as my people are okay, we're going to conquer everything ahead of us. We're going to have a fantastic preparation and then execution of a plan for the Republican National Convention. And then, ma'am, I'll decide what's next, whether or not it's retirement or something else.
2 brothers were killed in a single car accident over the weekend in Terrell County. They were 16 and 8 years old. You're listening to NCN News.
Making the decision to get a divorce can be difficult, but the process of divorce doesn't have to be. At One Stop Divorce, we offer a quick 3-step divorce process that reduces time, stress, and attorney fees. In fact, just a one-time fee of $2.99 is all it takes. Sound too good to be true? It's not. Visit onestopdivorce.com today to see for yourself. That's onestopdivorce.com. 3 easy steps, 1 easy stop. onestopdivorce.com.
2020 will be another big year for North Carolina politics. Republicans and Democrats will battle for the state's electoral votes. They'll compete for the governor's mansion, control of the General Assembly, and the top job in the state Supreme Court. Carolina Journal covers all the action. Available each month as a free newspaper. Every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your best source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Charlotte-Mecklenburg police are investigating after a person was found shot to death early this morning. Police have not said what led to the shooting or if any arrests have been made. The American Heart Association has launched a new awareness campaign as 1 in 4 high school students nationwide reports using e-cigarettes. Joshua Swift, the Forsyth County Public Health Director, says the widespread use of normalization of vaping among young people is very troubling.
And I am really most concerned about our youth who are turning to vaping products. And we're seeing children as young as 3rd graders in the school systems in Forsyth County that are using these products.
At least 5 people were killed when a volcanic island erupted in New Zealand. And there are fears the death toll could soar even further after a tower of ash and steam rolled to life while dozens of tourists were exploring the moon-like surface of White Island. BBC reporter Richard Lester.
The injured were brought to Whakatane Harbour. Most were suffering from burns, and 5 of them did not survive their injuries. Helicopters transferred those who were critically ill to specialist hospitals. But this rescue and recovery operation has had to be suspended for now.
Carol Spinney, the man behind Sesame Street characters Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch, died at the age of 85 on Sunday. Anthony Mason of CBS News.
Spinney retired from Sesame Street last year.
Big Bird, what kind of bird are you?
Oh, well, I'm a big yellow bird.
In October, we spoke to his successor, 49-year-old Matt Vogel, about the puppeteer's influence.
What did you learn from apprenticing under him?
I learned about how Big Bird is this innocent, kind, sweet, curious kid. And Carol is like that as well.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
A few early isolated rain showers will be possible for us. We cannot rule out some mist and drizzle. Otherwise, look for those afternoon temperatures to be on the warmer side. We're going to head into the mid-50s and lower 60s. Scattered showers will build in Tuesday afternoon. We will see warmer highs in the upper 60s and lower 70s before we see temperatures take a dive leading into Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we have foggy conditions, 43 degrees, humidity 97%, 2.42, pressure is 3015, winds east at 3, visibility down to 0 miles. It is 8:14, so headlights on this morning. 8:14, let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Monday morning. In the news, a 21-year-old Fayetteville woman has been charged in connection with the death of a 67-year-old woman. Police say Maria Adame, 67, was found dead after domestic disturbance called Friday night. Authorities said it happened just after 10:30 p.m. in the 200 block of South Cool Spring Street. Police responded to the domestic disturbance and found Adame unresponsive from blunt force trauma injuries. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Police charged the victim's daughter-in-law, Abigail Tipton, 21, with voluntary manslaughter. She's in the Cumberland County Detention Center under a $100,000 secured bond. Tipton and Adame lived in the same house, according to authorities, and anyone with information regarding the investigation is asked to contact the Fayetteville Police Department. That's your latest Sand Hills news this morning. Stand by, though. Here comes all your latest in sports right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. It is 8:16.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. Matt Ryan became the 10th quarterback to throw for 50,000 yards in a 40-20 rout of Carolina. It was the Panthers' first game without Ron Rivera on the sidelines as head coach. Interim head coach Perry Fuel, who took over after Rivera's firing, gave his first post-game press conference yesterday after Carolina was mathematically eliminated from playoff contention in absorbing their 5th consecutive loss.
I thought we fought hard in the first half. We came out after halftime, turned the ball over. We did not play consistent and good football in the third quarter, which led to our demise as far as the third and the fourth quarter was concerned. I felt like we would play much better in that second half than we played, but that wasn't the case.
Robbie Gould kicked a 30-yard field goal as time expired to complete San Francisco's 48-46 victory over the Saints in New Orleans. The 49ers regained sole possession of the NFC West lead with Seattle's 28-12 loss to the Rams, and they're now one game ahead of Green Bay and the Saints for the top seed in the NFC. The Rams, meanwhile, in ending the Seahawks' 5-game win streak, improved to 8-5 and increased their playoff hopes. Baltimore had Buffalo on the run all day. The Bills down by 15 with less than 10 minutes to play. Josh Allen led the Bills on a 77-yard drive, capped by a touchdown pass to Cole Beasley and a two-point conversion again to Beasley. Bills held the Ravens on their next drive and got the ball back. Took their ensuing drive to the Baltimore 16 before a fourth down pass by Allen was broken up at the goal line. The Ravens hung on for their 9th straight victory, 24-17. The Bills dropped to 9-4, but Allen says the season is not lost.
Lost by 7 points to a really good team. We're not going to let one game define us and one game make us. We're looking for number 10. We got a really good Pittsburgh team we're playing next week.
In fact, Buffalo is still in the hunt for the AFC East because Kansas City beat the Patriots 23-16. The Chiefs win the AFC West, and they keep New England just one game ahead of Buffalo in the East. This is NCN Sports.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month or less. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway included at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/access now to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes taxes and fees. Includes 1 terabyte of data per month. Data overage charges apply. For details about data allowance, go to att.com/internet-usage. Geographic and service restrictions apply.
Top 25 college finals last night. North Carolina, their second consecutive loss where they scored less than 50 points. The 7th-ranked Tar Heels lost to number 5 Virginia, 56-47. Gonzaga, the number 9 team in the nation, beat 22nd-ranked Washington, 83-76. Number 11 Michigan State topped Rutgers. Iowa State upset number 16 Seton Hall, while 17th-ranked Florida State beat Clemson. And number 19 Dayton took down St. Mary's Cal, 78-68. LSU has drawn the top seed in the college football playoff semifinals and is joined by Ohio State and Oklahoma. The Tigers will take on the Sooners after claiming the SEC championship in a 37-10 rout of Georgia. Ohio State and Clemson will put unbeaten records on the line when they meet in the Fiesta Bowl December 28th, right after LSU battles Oklahoma. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
At least you're not stuck under the mistletoe with him.
Happy holidays.
From Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB.
First Casualty Insurance, this is Jared.
Hey, Jared, this is Wanda. I was on my way home from the church Christmas social and a policeman stopped me. He said I was weaving on the highway and asked me had I been drinking. That was insulting. But I told him all I had to drink was some eggnog at the church. It was made by the Thompson twins from an old family recipe. Best eggnog ever. Then the policeman made me walk a straight line and said I was drunk. I told him I'd never been inebriated in my whole life, but he took me to jail anyway. I had to call my preacher to get me out. How humiliating is that? What am I going to do?
Well, Wanda, I can't help much with this, but I can tell you what to expect. Your license will be suspended for up to 30 days. After you go to court, they will suspend your license for a year, make you pay for a breathalyzer for your car, and your insurance will go up for 3 years. And that cost can be in the thousands. But we have companies that will insure you and keep you on the road.
That's a mighty high price to pay for some good eggnog. But I still love First Casualty Insurance. But you just wait till I get my hands on those Thompson twins.
Merry Christmas from First Casualty Insurance Group. Have a safe and happy holiday season, and remember, don't drink and drive.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Pride Plumbing is proud to serve Moore County with superior workmanship and dependable plumbing service, including 24/7 emergency service. Like the name says, we take pride in our work and your safety. Our employees must pass background and drug tests and share Pride Plumbing's reputation for quality service. From simple leaky faucets to new water heaters and sewer lines, backflow testing and installation, drain cleaning, plumbing repairs, and, if necessary, replacement and remodeling. A family business with over 50 years of prideful service. Go online to callprideplumbing.com and check out our 5-star customer reviews. We offer a 10% discount to all veterans and active military. Call Pride Plumbing of Moore County at 910-295-0152. 910-295-0152. Serving with pride since 1965.
Hi, this is Rich Wagner from Whispering Pines. I've been suffering with acute back and knee pain for many months, and after trying visits to the doctor, painkillers, and spinal injections with no relief, I went to see Dr. Wright at Wright Chiropractic in Seven Lakes. After the first visit, I noticed a lot of improvement, and I've continued to improve with each treatment. Thanks to Dr. Wright, I'm feeling much better than I have in a very long time. I was skeptical about chiropractic treatment at first, but it has truly given me my life back.
This is Dr. Wright. I can't guarantee I can fix every problem, but I will tell you honestly whether chiropractic can be of help for your particular issue. Living with pain is not always the only option. Doesn't it make sense to explore every avenue before resigning yourself to the limitations of pain? Call our office today to schedule a consultation and start living again. 673-2225.
Whether it's fleet maintenance, auto body and collision repair, or scheduled maintenance, Aberdeen Speed Shop can do all of your repairs. You have a choice. All we ask is you come in and meet us and see what we do. We invite you to browse our shop and see the different stages of premium restorations we do for Sandhills classic car owners. The care we put into those restorations and the corresponding trust those owners put in us is also reflected in our Speed Shop maintenance. Reputation is everything in this business, and it starts with getting comfortable with your car doctor. So stop by for an introduction, or just to talk cars, or visit us on our Facebook page. Aberdeen Speed Shop, Highway 211 in Aberdeen. Google us or give us a call for directions, 365-9974. That's 365-9974. Once again, 365-9974. Aberdeen Speed Shop. Let's roll. At Weichert Realtors Town & Country, we understand that when a seller or home buyer walks into a large real estate agency, they run the risk of getting an inexperienced realtor. That's why all our brokers are senior-level real estate experts that meet the highest standards of market knowledge and integrity. Our team members, led by owner-broker Debbie Serino, average 23 years experience and will provide you with impeccable industry knowledge, close guidance, and valuable market information. Weichert Realtors Town & Country wants to welcome Tim Warman, who works exclusively with sellers and brings with him proven systems to help you get your home sold for the most amount of money and, more importantly, the shortest amount of time. Come into Weichert Realtors today at the corner of Rattlesnake and McCaskill Road in Pinehurst, or call us at 910-235-3685. That's 910-235-3685. Weichert Realtors Town & Country, ready to work for you. Each office is independently owned and operated.
I think we can all agree weekends are delicious. Well, your weekend just got more delicious. The Hickory Tavern is now serving brunch on Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 2 with several entrees to choose from. Baked omelet filled with sautéed peppers and onions, tomato and goat cheese, and topped with bacon crumble and sour cream. The Tower of Power beefy blueberry pancakes, avocado toast, fresh sliced avocado and tomato salsa piled on sourdough toast and topped with balsamic reduction, candied banana and walnut French toast, mini squares, and last but definitely not least, the Chicken Waffle Witch, a Belgian waffle with hand-breaded chicken breast with maple sausage gravy. Each entree comes with a side of bacon. Wash it down with a shareable jumbo mimosa, carafe, or Bloody Mary. Get out of the box and into the Hickory Tavern for brunch, Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 2.
Have you noticed? People smile a little more this time of year.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Happy holidays.
From Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt zone. Venezuela. It's estimated that about 3 million people have fled from there since 2014. Doesn't take much digging to figure out how corrupt that government was under Hugo Chavez and is now under President Maduro. The populace endures everything from torture and murder to corruption in virtually every branch and every part of the Venezuelan government. Not much can be done because the courts and military and the news outlets, virtually anyone who might be expected to help is either too afraid or they're crooked. Well, now here's a piece of good news for you. On Thursday, Venezuela won a seat on the UN Human Rights Council. Here are some other members of that compassionate club: Afghanistan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Cuba, Pakistan, Somalia. You get the idea? The UN's a farce. The countries I just named are not the only members, but they're some of the worst human rights violators on the planet. You know what else comes with it being on that council? Besides lots and lots of money, they've got the power to sidetrack investigations into their own abuses. President Trump keeps telling us that we need to quit giving our hard-earned money away. Liberals say things like, what would we do if not for the UN? Well, we'd save a lot of money. Money that's going to people who hate our guts and our livers. And then we put them in charge of human rights. It's ridiculous. Have a good day from the Zoom Wall Zone.
This afternoon, we will see those temperatures head into the mid-50s and lower 60s. While it will be warmer out there, we do have a chance of seeing a few isolated rain showers. Better soaking rain showers will move in by the time we get into Tuesday afternoon. Highs will be warmer ahead of this frontal boundary as well. We're going to head into the upper 60s and lower 70s. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leader Man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
What day it is? Guess what day it is?
Oh no, please don't tell me today is Monday.
Mondays suck. I know, right?
It's the worst. Yet here we are.
Yet here we are, huh?
Okay, back at it.
We're back at it? Fine.
It won't be easy, but I promise you it will build character.
Let's go.
It's showtime!
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, the retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the failing racist outsourced Pride of the Pines pilot calls you. Hey, if you want some good news, and that's some accurate news and some local flavor on your Moore County residents, go to the sandhillsentinel.com and read up on some decent reporting there.
All right. Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available right now at talk973.com. Upper middle of the page is where that link is located. If you're on your mobile device, you can watch the program also with our YouTube. Fire that up and put Mornings with the Leader Man in the search, and we'll pop up on that. If you're on your mobile device just needing our audio, well, you can get that with our audio stream. That's available with any streaming applications such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamline. Put WEEB in your search, or you can get it off of our website anytime at talk973.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says, On the Air, Listen Live. Click that once and you're listening just that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area. Now, it's not starting out good, I can tell you that. Mostly cloudy. I have 62 today. And tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 60. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. Scattered showers, high of 72. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy with showers, a low of 44. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, 48. Same for Wednesday night, a low of 31. That's when it gets cold around here. Thursday, partly cloudy, 41. Friday, mostly cloudy with scattered showers, 47. And Saturday, more rain likely and a high of 57. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are east of 3, visibility down to 0. So headlights on this morning. Extremely foggy out there. Pressure is 3015, dew point 42. Humidity 97%, is foggy and 43 degrees still here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, 8:31 past the hour on this Monday. Did it last hour. I want to do it right quick this hour. We had a DXer from Finland email us, and told us DXers are people whose hobby is to see how many stations they can pick up from around the world on the AM band. And one of them up there north of the Arctic Circle in Finland picked us up and sent us a recording back of us. This is part of an ID. It's going to loop 3 times. ID where Dude Walker saying 104.1 FM and 990 AM WEEB. So that's the part you're going to hear 3 times in a row. The guy was trying to get me to verify that was us. And
it is there, and no, that is not Steve playing a record backwards on the turntable.
No, it's what we sound like in Finland, so there's even doubt how far our signal goes.
Yes, indeed. Impacting things worldwide.
That's right.
Now, there's somebody in China that probably hears them too, but they don't allow them to send emails. So.
Right. So I thought that was pretty cool. If you're into geeky stuff like that, so do you. And you needed a decent speaker in order to hear it. On a cheap speaker, you don't hear it.
No, I've always noticed that when I was growing up. AM was it, and at nighttime you'd hear stations from way far away that you'd never thought you'd hear. But I didn't realize there was an actual group of people that would sit around and do that kind of thing to see exactly how far away they could hear stuff. But if you're north of the Arctic Circle, I guess I'm not surprised.
Well, considering we're working on a lot lower power than some stations.
Yep.
Back in the day, heyday of rock and roll, that would be in the mid '60s. There was a famous DJ, Wolfman Jack, who was portrayed in American Graffiti.
Right.
And actually, that station was a Mexican station.
Right.
At 250,000 watts AM. Well, the largest one in America was 50,000.
Yes.
So this one was 5 times bigger. And so the transmitters in Mexico and on a protected frequency with the U.S., so when Wolfman sight on at night, you can hear him from coast to coast.
Right.
His show.
Man, I remember. Yeah, we used to get that. I mean, I didn't listen to it regularly, but I just remember at night. When I was a kid, you could turn that dial and get all kinds of stuff.
All right. Well, that's our little dive into trivia.
Yeah.
Of yesteryear. It is 8:35 past the hour. Where to go next? I know what. Let's do with the good call. Hang on. Let me get the intro up here because we're fancy here at this station. We got to get you an intro.
And now it's time for Yes!
Yes! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Or BS.
Don't get me back to good bullshit.
All right, time for another rousing round of yes or BS. This is where we'll give the Colonel a statement, and he'll say why, yes, that's true, or no, Steve, it's total BS. We've got some big holidays this month, like Christmas, Hanukkah, but there are also some lesser-known lame ones. You may have to guess, so you have to guess if these are real December holidays or we just made them up. Okay?
Okay.
And in order to have the full effect on this, we need our buzzer, don't we? Why, yes, we do, Steve. There's the buzzer, ready to rock and roll. All right. Question number 1. If I get all this stuff out in front of me, I can get to this thing. National Short Girl Appreciation Day.
No, baloney. I'm sure there's a day. I don't know. No.
That is a day.
It is a day. Okay.
Short girls get their way on December 21st.
How short do they have to be?
Then the 22nd is National Short Person Day.
Okay. All right.
National Open One Christmas Gift Early Day.
I don't know. Well, if there's a short girl day, then yeah, there's got to be one of these.
No,
it doesn't have to be official. You just do it, right? Okay, there it is.
You unwrap and rewrap.
Oh, okay, I got you.
National Elmo Day.
Elmo? Is that the?
I'm sorry. National Emu Day.
Emu. Oh.
Emu.
Sure, there's got to be an emu day.
Yes, there is. You get studded belts out of the storage and cue up some Fallout Boy. Next Thursday is National Emu Day. National Ugly Sweater Day.
Oh, yeah, got to be one of those.
It is. It's on December 20th. The city of Vancouver claims to be the birthplace of the Ugly Sweater Party after hosting an event in 2002.
I thought it would have been the 26th. You wear all those presents you got.
And lastly, National Llama Day.
Llama Day. Well, if you got one for emus, you got to have one for llamas.
It is true. Today is National Llama Day. The one way to celebrate is by learning more about them. So here's a few random llama facts. They can live up to 30 years. They have 3 stomachs. And they communicate by humming.
And they spit.
Yes, they spit.
Yeah.
If you load them up too much, they sit down and spit. Or if they just don't like your face.
Yeah, right.
Right at you, kid. And they have those over at Tullamore.
Yeah, they're around.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of people I've oh man, where did I see some? I don't know. I was riding around out here in Moore County somewhere, and there were some llamas floating around out
They used to use them as caddies. I don't know if they still use them as caddies.
Oh, that I don't know.
I know there are pens there, and whenever I'm near it, my dog Colt, of course, he smells it.
Okay.
And he being a beagle, the DNA kicks in, and off he goes.
Yeah.
I have to go retrieve him. Let's see. Where to put him? Now I've lost my mind. I have lost my mind. Take one weekend off, you can't remember where you put things. All right, rim shot time. So much stuff up here. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Need that. All right, rim shot time. Felicity Huffman is 57 today. And she's had a rough year. It wouldn't surprise me if she just pays someone else to blow her candles out. Snooki is retiring from Jersey Shore. Her replacement has some mighty big shoes to pass out in.
Jersey Shore, is that still on?
A reboot of it is, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Kim and Kanye's son, Saint, had a dinosaur-themed birthday party. It was fun, but the dad was upset that it wasn't a Kanye-themed birthday party. Disney World debuted a new Star Wars ride. It's a 3D attraction where George Lucas reaches out and literally plucks $1 from your wallet. A woman was stung by a scorpion on a United Airways flight.
Wow, a scorpion.
To add insult to injury, it was her comfort animal. Even though the woman was in unbelievable agony, she didn't confirm the experience. I'm sorry, she did confirm the experience was way less painful than flying Spirit.
Okay.
Banana duct taped to a wall sold for $120,000 at a Florida art show. The buyer wasn't identified, so for now we will call him or her idiot.
Yeah, stupid, idiot, moron.
The wife of Papa John's founder, John Shatner, has filed for divorce. She claims he was abusive. That's right. He made her eat Papa John pizza every night.
Yeah.
There's a rumor Queen Elizabeth will retire, but there's also a rumor Prince Andrew likes girls who finished 8th grade.
Yeah.
And we know that's a lie.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that's getting deep, that whole thing.
Yeah, you know you're on somebody's hit list if you're associated with that.
Wow.
You know the Clintons are good at getting rid of people.
Yeah, he's in good company. He's there with Billy and Hillary and man, hundreds of others. Weinstein is now, and it's just nasty. All that Hollywood stuff is wrapped up in that.
2-tier justice system we have.
Yeah, 3-tiered, 4-tiered, 5-tiered. Yeah.
Wisconsin is home to 7 of the country's top 10 drunkest cities, which makes sense since being inebriated is one of the best ways to cope with the fact that you live in Wisconsin. A customer at a Florida Walmart was punched by another customer for taking too long at the checkout line, making it the 753rd least surprising thing to happen in a Florida Walmart this week. And those are your rim shots for today. All righty. It's 8:43, 43 past the hour. Let's see what I got here. Yeah, we can do it. All right. Let's go get a bad guy or two this morning, shall we? We haven't done it in a while.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
All right, my friends, it's time once again. Stand up and straight across the floor in the South Duke. John Wayne, open up our closet doors. And look at all 30 of our Liberty Safes from Carthage Shooting Sports. And today we'll go over to Liberty Safe number 19. Open her up. And let the Colonel reach in and grab his weapon of choice this morning.
All right, well, we'll give you an old 19, no, hey, look, here's an old Navy Colt. Black powder, 36 caliber. We'll give you one of those.
All right, we'll throw that into our holster, pin on our badge, and grab 5 cans of some super whoop-ass as we now go out the door in relentless pursuit of some stupid criminal news. Stupid criminal news number 1 of all the reasons to buy a real Christmas tree and not an artificial one. Here's the new one. An artificial tree is easier to turn into a weapon.
Okay.
There's a 38-year-old woman named Crystal Graham from Clearwater, Florida, and she and her boyfriend got into an argument on Friday morning, apparently because he was playing the TV loudly while she was trying to sleep. During their argument, Crystal took apart the artificial Christmas tree and threw 3 sections of it at her boyfriend. He wound up with scratches and cuts on his face, neck, and stomach. Crystal, she wound up arrested for domestic battery.
Hey, honey, turn the TV down. What? Yeah.
I just saw a picture of her, and all I can say is, ugh.
Okay.
Stupid criminal news number 2. I guess this woman didn't have all she could eat. A 32-year-old woman named Skylar Williams from White Ants in Long Island, New York. Is that right?
I have no clue. I don't go to Long Island.
Well, we'll go with my pronunciation of it then.
Sounds good to me.
Anyway, she went to a TGI Fridays last week and ordered their all-you-can-eat appetizers. And she tried to get a bunch of the appetizers to take home in a doggy bag. That's not all you can eat etiquette, and most restaurants won't let you do it. But when they told her no, Skylar went behind the bar to grab her own to-go container, then swung a bottle of liquor at an employee who tried to stop her. She then tried to walk out with the appetizers and the bottle of liquor and pulled a knife on the employees who tried to stop her. Well, surprisingly, she was arrested for robbery, menacing, criminal possession of a weapon. She also had oxycodone on her, and she was charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance. Let's see her mugshot. Yep. Yeah, the picture fits the crime.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Don't turn
it could cost you your breakfast.
Oh, boy.
All right, that's your stupid criminal news for this Monday. Okay, 8:47 past the hour. Making good time here. Catching up on stuff we haven't got to in so long. No, I don't want to do that. Let's do this one. Everybody likes this little gig.
And now it's time for
Random facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Random facts for this Monday. Maybe a spare if you're good. Only one disco album ever won a Grammy for Album of the Year. The Saturday Night Fever soundtrack is also the one and only. It's Saturday Night. That was the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. It's also one of the 3 movie soundtracks that win the award with The Bodyguard and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, yeah? No kidding. I didn't know that.
It's impossible to castrate a hippo.
Yeah.
Their testes are on the inside. They recede even deeper during the surgery, and their location can be up to 16 inches different from hippo to hippo.
Yeah, and the other most important fact there is that hippos are really, really mean.
Yeah, and they're really, really nasty, too. They literally stand in the water, defecate, and use their tail to spread it around.
Yep.
It's like a fan. It's literally crap hitting the fan there.
Yeah.
And it really murks the water up. Well, thank goodness they're vegetarians.
There aren't too many other animals that'll go after a hippo, if any.
Yeah. The big Thug Life tattoo on Tupac's stomach was an acronym for the hate you give little infants everyone. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, nothing about him or any of his music or anything else makes sense.
The hate you give little elves everyone. Give the little elves one, everyone. That makes no sense at all.
No. And nor did he, so, you know.
Start my music back, okay?
He shouldn't be in random facts at all.
There have only been 4 outdoor games in NBA history. All of them were preseason games, and the Phoenix Sun played in all 4 of them. Their most recent was 2010.
Now, that would be cool, have outdoor basketball games. Yeah, that would be interesting. Do that up, say, in New York in the middle of December.
I've seen games. It was college, but Carolina played on an aircraft carrier once.
Yeah. I think that would be neat. Play in the rain, snow, ice.
The city that's made the most bids to host the Olympics without ever getting one is Detroit. There's 0 for 7 on the bids. The most recent one was 1972. London is the opposite. They made 4 bids, and they've gotten the Olympics every time.
Yeah, go figure that.
Well, that's not fair.
No.
And that's your random facts for today.
But I can see why Detroit wouldn't get any.
Why is that?
It's just a
I've never been
disaster.
there.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
Yeah. They're having to tear down houses there in order to build up property values.
Yes. Yeah. Not a good place.
Yeah.
Hadn't been for a long time.
Let's see what else we have here this morning.
Thank you, Democrats.
To entertain you. Well, yeah, it's under democratically controlled management.
Yeah. Followed closely by Baltimore, Philadelphia, Chicago, San Francisco. Yeah.
All that liberalism works, doesn't it?
Yep.
Let me see here. What was it going to... Okay, now I remember. Things we need to know today so we don't sound stupid. In Japan, people are having a hard time finding that special someone because 25% of the people between the ages of 20 and 49 are single. They can't get that Baby Yoda merchandise out fast enough. Some of the small dolls are available to buy but won't be arriving until May of next year.
Okay. All right.
Gee, I wish I had thought of it. The Las Vegas shooting victims have split up an $800 million settlement with MGM, but how and who gets what is anybody's guess.
You know, that entire thing just dropped off the radar scope. Still don't know who, what, where, why, or when to all of that background. You know, who was that guy? Who was the woman? Why did they do it? How did they, all that just disappeared.
Yeah.
Disappeared. I mean, there isn't even a hint of that anywhere anymore. And none of those questions were answered.
The jobs report came out Friday. We added 266,000 jobs, and our unemployment rate is at an all-time low of 3.5%.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Yeah, let's see. I'm a Democrat. Economy's good. I'm not really a Democrat. I'm just saying here, if I were a Democrat, economy's good. Unemployment's down. People can go to work and start to really, truly live the American dream for the first time in forever.
Believe it or not.
And what do I want to do? Throw the guy out that caused it all.
I had someone here recently try to convince me that all of that was
Trump.
No, because of Obama.
I mean,
all of his policies that he put in place, and Trump is now benefiting from all those policies.
Well, you tell that young man or woman, come see me, I'll explain the economics of it, that what Trump did just about killed this economy.
Well, what Obama did.
I mean, Obama did,
right.
Yeah.
And Trump corrected it, but you can't tell them that. I mean, they're just not going to listen.
I just don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I just laughed at the guy and walked away. I mean, what are you supposed to say to that? That's a moron. That's a walking, talking moron.
I would pick up my camera, take a picture. I said, I just want to have it in my phone, the dumbest human being I've ever talked to.
Yeah, I'm going to submit this to Webster so they can put your name next to their picture next to moron.
Yeah. No need to, let's see, no need to take up a collection for the Obamas, speaking of them. They're doing just fine. They just bought a Martha's Vineyard estate from Boston Celtic owner for $11.75 million.
Yep. Thank you, United States taxpayer, because that money went to the Obamas via Ukraine and Burisma. That's where you're going to find out that money came from.
So it's taxpayer money looping back.
Right. That's the big payoff to the Bidens, the Kerrys, Obamas, the Clintons, etc. U.S. taxpayer money. Thank you, U.S. taxpayers.
And the money went to Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Looped back tax dollars.
That's what all of this is about with Trump, because, and yes, every name that we've put out there has been a Democratic name, but you're going to find out that there's a whole bunch of Republican names. Well, he's dead. McCain, what's his name? Graham. They're all involved in it up there in D.C. There's plenty of it to go around. So, yeah, I know there was somebody threw their radio against the wall or something when I said that, but there's plenty of Republicans are all involved in it. I'm not so sure there aren't one or two here close to home, close to North Carolina, that might not be involved in it.
Maybe a senator or two. After all these years, Mickey and Minnie Mouse are finally going to get their own ride at Disney World. The new attraction, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, will open March 4th next year. Today's impossible question. 47% of people do this in order to avoid getting the flu. What is it?
Do this to avoid getting the flu. I don't know. Drink scotch.
Take extra vitamin C.
There you go. Drink scotch. A lot of vitamin C in a bottle of scotch.
There you go. From a Did You Know category, 1 out of 6 Americans will rake leaves and clean fall debris for their yard sometime before the end of the year. 145 million adults include walking as part of their physical lifestyle activity. Researchers reveal that if you want to feel good and have more self-esteem, you should do this to yourself. And not that. Straight to the gutter we went.
Do this to yourself?
Yeah.
Wash your face.
Talk about yourself or compliment yourself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. I'm so good looking. I get better looking every day.
That's right.
Yeah.
52% of mothers play video games when their children are not at home.
Yeah? Ooh. Now we know what the ladies are up to. Okay. They're playing. Which games are they playing?
They're sitting there playing. So I'm going to whoop Junior's butt when I play him. He's going to not going to know what to do with himself.
How about that?
75% of people eat one of these per year.
Eat one per year?
Yeah.
75%.
I would have thought it'd been a lot more than that.
Huh. Eat one of these per year. Kale. A head of kale.
Grilled cheese sandwich.
A grilled cheese. Right.
And more than 9 out of 10 people who post photos online say it helps reduce holiday stress.
Post one of these online helps reduce holiday stress.
All right, so it goes for this Monday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow for a titillating Tuesday. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airwaves, because they are the backbone of our economy here in Ward County. Your money will stay here, roll over, and create jobs for all of us. And don't forget, millions of Americans have fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and the Leader Man and Nick and Coke the Dog. We'll all see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the Wet Dog Park.